This was the biggest 12-volt air compressor system we could find that would fit our vehicle.
Ben could not decide on an air compressor for our truck.
So I decided to get one for each of us. Look at this mess. Who thought it was a great idea to put all these airlines in our truck? We should have bought another manifold. Oh, that would have been a great idea.
Oh, God.
This is an upgrade Lauren really wanted, but it was up to me to decide on the system, and it has been a system I have put off for years and years because I didn't want the wrong one. First, it starts with the heart of any air suspension system.
Can't have an air system without a hose.
Air gauges and control switches.
And of course, an air gauge so that we fill our tires to the proper PSI.
A bunch of hardware that we may have left over at the end of the project.
An inline air pressure regulator.
A tire deflator. I'm not sure what to do with that one.
And a 2.5 gallon air tank.
And a lanyard that says Viair. This dual air compressor kit is quite impressive, but it is not a sponsored video. It's the biggest kit that I could find that would fit this truck. The reason I picked this kit is because I am very impatient when it comes to inflating my tires on my vehicles.
This kit is great. It came with everything you need, but it didn't come with everything we wanted. So I had to get online and order some additional parts.
And here are all the extra parts. Let's see what we got. We got more airline, even more airline, and some more airline, and a little bit more airline. That might be one too many. And some more airline to add to this kit. We also got a dual needle gauge, more fittings, more fittings, more fittings, more fittings, more fittings, more fittings, and we got paddle switches.
For this upgrade, we are going all out from the very beginning. We're going to make this system exactly how we want it. No tying up loose ends later on.
Any compressor system you are installing, whatever the PSI rating, for example, this one is 200 PSI, which is pretty impressive. You want to make sure all your hoses, your tanks, your connections are all rated for that PSI. That is very important. You do not want one of the components in your compressed air system to fail. This tank is 2.5 gallons. It holds 2.5 gallons of compressed air at 200 PSI. That gives you a lot of pressure and volume behind you when you try to fill up a set of LT tires, and that's what I was after. I want a lot of airflow, a lot of pressure, a lot of CFM, cubic feet per minute, when I go to inflate my tires. We are going to be installing our air tank upside down underneath the truck. But what I want to keep in mind is this port right here. You need to have a drain in your air compressed system. Draining off that moisture is routine maintenance for any compressed air system. And I want to make sure I can get to that drain easily. And underneath the back bumper here, I think it's going to be a great spot. Cool box that we just removed will hide all of the hardware that we're going to bolt through the bed. So this seems like a very cost-effective way to go about this. No mounting brackets, I can bolt right through the bed. It's a great platform, and then once we reinstall the toolbox, everything will be hidden. We are going to run 3/8 line to all of our quick connects so I can connect an air hose to fill our tires. Now the kit originally came with 1/4 inch line. We're upgrading that line to 3/8. The bigger the diameter of hose, the more air you can flow, cubic feet per minute. We would have gone with a bigger line, except the orifice that is in the tank and in the fitting Now the orifice in the fitting we can only get so big because of the orifice in the tank. 3/8 seemed to be the right number for this system. So we're gonna run 3/8 line to the quick connect so I can move as much air as I can. For the other parts of the system, 1/4 inch line is just fine, but we're gonna upgrade this part. As I said, we're gonna be mounting this system upside down underneath the truck, bolting right through the bed of the truck. The tank is gonna sit in about this section underneath the truck. Inverted, of course. And then the 2 compressors will sit over here underneath the truck. Inverted, of course. Upside down. We're going to completely install this system upside down. Now, Viair does not recommend installing the compressors upside down or on their sides. They want them upright like this. They say you can install them in a different orientation, but the way the bearing is in the compressor, it could lead to premature failure. Or completely upside down, they're worried about heat. Heat travels up and you have the cooling fins here. We're not in a commercial application here. We're not going to be running these compressors for long periods of time. So I'm not too concerned with the lifespan. I may bite my words later. So our plan is, I'm going to figure out exactly where to mount this underneath, mark it, and then drill through the bed. Same thing over here. I'm going to figure out the position underneath, mark it, and then drill through the bed. Sweet.
With a lot of our projects, we've been replacing the hardware that comes with the kit, whether it be grade 5 or something that's coated that we're not sure what grade it is, with stainless steel hardware. Now, this is a little expensive, but we have found that when we replace the hardware, if we have to upgrade the item later, repair it, or remove it to work on something else, it's much easier to get the items off of the truck or trailer.
It's a nice flat panel. It's a factory panel with the cigarette lighter and a 12-volt plug. We don't utilize these plugs often. And we have 2 gauges, a main gauge to read the pressure of the tank and a dual gauge to read each airbag independently of one another. The bezels of these gauges just happen to fit right in this area here nearly perfectly. I'm thinking if I can drill the hole and set these in, they're gonna look nice and clean and part of the dashboard. I've already checked behind the dashboard. There's plenty of clearance back there. And here on the flat part of the dashboard gives us plenty of room to install our air controls. We're going to have 2 paddle switches and an on and off switch. Hopefully that looks nice and clean, and that will also put all of our air controls in this one section of the dashboard. Hopefully it looks pretty darn good. And I got the dashboard here on the table. I've marked out where I want the controls exactly, and we're going to use a Dremel tool to cut out the dashboard. I hope I don't mess up at all because, well, this is the dashboard. I don't want it to look bad. How's it feel to be doing all the wiring this project?
Bad, considering you haven't taught me how to do any wiring on any project. This Viair install was more than we anticipated, but we got all the plumbing in to the one manifold we purchased, as well as all of the electrical routed and connected.
This kit came with an air regulator. What an air regulator does is hold the air at a particular PSI. less than what the tank and the compressor are rated at. Gives you a nice even pressure. Now, Viair advertises this air regulator for air lockers on your differentials, which we don't have any, and air tools, which we don't have any, and we don't plan on having any air tools because if we're using tools on our truck, chances are it's not running, so we can't operate the air compressor anyway. But what we do have is airlift bags on our rear axle, and they are rated at 100 psi. What we're going to do is install this air regulator in line for the airlift bag system only. So everything from the controls to the dual gauge to the airbags will all be regulated back to 100 psi. We have the relay in, the fuse in, all the components are in place, and now it's time to see if the compressors work. I'm a little nervous. We got the dashboard set up here, and for this system to operate, you do have to have the key in the on position. This is how Viair specifies to connect their air compressor. Eventually, we would like to put an accessory battery on this truck, and then you can just start it whenever. But for now, we're gonna have to start the truck to turn on the air compressor. Ready, Lauren?
Ready.